So this will probably be the last boring indoor walking video that I do in quite a while. We're losing this month. We're losing a little bit here. We're going back to 10-mile training bouts every day. And in addition, not missing any resistance training, doing full body. And I'll be documenting that. This is the month. So as promised, within a month's time, we'll be hitting the gym. We'll be getting some equipment to do some awesome recording, getting out, doing activities such as running, bike riding, various gyms around Northern California, and getting back into heavy lifting. And that's the thing that these fast twitch muscle fiber beasts are missing in our culture. Yeah, it's the meat, it's the grit, it's the grime, it's the punch, right? It's the fight, it's the pushing of weight, the explosiveness. And some people are more inclined to anaerobic left ventricle hypertrophy. Their heart, they can run fast, they can go hard, but they have to be honest with themselves that the secondary action is specifically that muscle movement or that muscular force, right? And then you get into oxidizers, those who can really push it out, right? Like even though David Goggins is a bigger guy definitely for somebody who does such high number of miles oxidizing and endurance, right? He's an oxidizer. Like if you look at older videos of him, I don't know what happened there, but we can only speculate, right? The effects of Joe Rogan and the TRT, I don't know. I'm not saying anything. I can't say 100% for sure. But when you see somebody who looks really sucked up, and you can't even see abs, kind of like me, right? And they're oxidizing, and then all of a sudden they've got 20 or 30 extra pounds on. Let's be fair, 15, 20 extra pounds on, but it is 20 or 30 extra pounds of muscle, and they're able to go into that sort of endurance state. Well, he turns everything into an oxidizing endurance-based exercise modality, right? Doing 5 reps on pull-ups and then recover, 5 reps, recover, 5 reps, recover. Like that is an endurance event. He's an endurance athlete, right? You look at somebody who loves to do the Peloton bike, who likes to go do 40-yard dashes, who absolutely feels like and knows they are like a cat in water, right? Some cats like water. Some big cats like water. But all in all, our personalities, the personas, are mostly in one area versus the other. For me, I will hop on an exercise bike and do high energy output, left ventricle hypertrophy type training, but it's not my favorite. And even more so, the thing I want to do once I do that is go lift. It's what I did when I was a kid. I found it. I found my niche. I found that mesomorph area. You could say, that it's not exactly clear cut about this, but then you look at the ectomorph, they're more of an oxidizer, right? And the endomorph really does do better as far as weight management, weight control, when they're not top power lifters and using their large frames, like Eddie Hall to do top world record deadlifts, right? And to look at it like, I think about Thor. Obviously, you think of Eddie Hall and you think of Thor, but he's more of a mesomorph, right? He tends to get leaner. He's huge, and he gets massive. He's very tall, but he has a lankier, and he just went through that big pec tear, that big muscle tear. So there's more fast twitch fibrage going on there, right? And he's trying to work with that. So you could really look at somebody who's more of a mesomorph, and I'm not saying this is 100%, but that the best thing for them to do is to try to create a macro cycle. They don't even need to create it. The NSCA did this long ago, You know, NASM has some good ones, but the NSCA is undeniably at the top of the heap on this. And it's exercise specific to that mesomorphic frame. Unfortunately, a lot of the sports demand more of a mesomorph. Yes, you have ectomorphs in there. You have mixtures, you know, you have endomorphs on the line, right? But getting into this fast twitch performance based response, you can train yourself into better performance, whether or not you have predisposition toward one or the other. But ultimately, when you get older and the competitions are gone, one of those is something you're going to have to choose. Otherwise, you'll be fighting yourself into old age. And so be honest with yourself. Am I an oxidizer? More so? Am I a left ventricle hypertrophy, cardiorespiratory, cardiovascular king? Or am I a fast twitch muscle fiber lifting beast freak? All right.